Hello friends, Nattie here, your vibrational coach, and today we're talking about how to stop negative thoughts. Thinking negatively is one of the things that I think most of us are clocking onto vibrationally. We don't quite always know what it is, but we're starting to become aware of how negative thinking impacts us as people. And we're wanting to turn that around. We want to have more faith in ourselves. We want to love ourselves more. We want to feel good more of the time. And so the answer to the question, how do you stop negative thinking, is actually, you can't. Okay, I'm sorry, Nattie, that's it. I'm turning you off. No, stop, wait. Before you do that, understand that's not the whole story. Because when you start to understand that the reason that we think negatively is because we've practiced thinking negatively. We've done it a lot. We've worried a lot. We've feared a lot. We grow up in a society that encourages us to think in such ways. So we have built a lot of momentum. And when you understand what the momentum of thought is, you understand that you're thinking a thought and the law of attraction is bringing more thoughts like it to you. And you end up on a train of thought, and then the train gains momentum, and then before you know it, you're not just thinking negative thoughts, you're talking about negative thoughts, you're seeing negative things, and then negative things are happening to you. The momentum is happening because this is how manifestation goes from thought to tangible, from vibration to tangible. That's how it happens. So when you say, okay, well, I've been thinking negatively for a very long time. So how then do I go from that to thinking more positively and feeling more positively, feeling those good feelings? Well, that is a key indication, because the first thing that you've got to do is start to look at your thoughts. Start noticing your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. Don't just pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to the way your thoughts make you feel. When you start to line up, and you can do this for yourself. You don't need anyone to prove it to you. You just need to take some time to experiment with it and say, okay, I'm not feeling so good. I'm going to think about something else. There is a reason why when you think of that person you're in love with, you feel great. Because the thoughts that you have about that person are all positive, all make you feel good, which means that they are taking you towards things that you want. Having those feelings means that you're on the frequency of more things that you want. When you see something that you have, that you already have, that you want, that you like, it is a gateway for other things that you like and want to come to you, because you're on the frequency of those things. So how do we turn that negative thought around? Well, the first thing to do is you've got to notice the negative thought, which at first is training yourself to actually care about what you think, but more so care about what you feel, because you'll get to a point where you start to feel the negative emotion. And that's how you know you're having a negative thought. So you backtrack it a little bit and you go, oh, okay, I was thinking about this. And that's the reason that I'm having this negative feeling now. Now, what thought can I think that feels a little bit better than that? Because you can't make huge jumps, because the momentum, if you get in your car and you're doing 120k an hour down the highway, you don't want to jackknife. You're going to lose control. You might hit a tree, you might hit a building, you might hit a person. Things are going to get out of control. You're going to be thrown around the car. It's not fun. However, if you're doing 120k an hour and you incrementally start to turn, eventually you'll be going in the opposite direction. So noticing when you're having those negative thoughts and spending more time in better feeling thoughts. So don't try and stop thinking negatively. Try to start thinking positively. In other words, when you have a negative thought, don't say, I'm not going to think about that anymore, that was a bad thought. Say to yourself, what could I think about that feels good or feels better? Because if you're really down in the low range of vibration, if you're feeling powerless or angry, if you're really down there, going to joy, you just can't reach it. And when people come around you and they give you all that positive thinking and those positive, don't worry about it, you've got this, you know, it's all going to work out in the wash, don't worry about it. You don't hear that. You hear it, but all you feel when they say that is, you don't know. All you feel is, I wish you'd shut up. You don't want to know about that, because you're not in the vibrational vicinity of actually feeling the thoughts that feeling the feelings that go along with those thoughts. You're feeling the feelings of the thoughts that you're already on the momentum. You're already on the train. The train's left the station. It's been going for quite a while. So long now that the thoughts have become more. You're getting more thoughts. There's more feelings. Then you start to talk about it, then you start to see it, and then it starts happening to you, and then it starts all over again because it's happened to you, and now you're thinking about it more. And it's gone over and over and over again, and you think, why? Why does my life suck? How is it that I see some people and things just go right for them? It's all in their vibration, which is controlled by the way that they think. You will always notice that the people who are getting what they want, if it's something that you want, they are thinking differently about it. They're not just thinking differently about it, they're feeling differently about it. Just because you say, I'm wealthy, doesn't mean that you're in the vibration of wealth. If you're feeling great about it, if it really gets you excited, if you're anticipating and expecting riches, you're going to feel great. And then, yes, you are in the vibration of wealth. And eventually, you will get the wealth if you stay in that vibration. But if you're just saying, I'm wealthy because you feel poor and you don't want to feel poor anymore, then that's a vibration of lack. And often we're bouncing between one and the other, one and the other, one and the other, which is stopping the momentum of each one to flip, which means that the momentum of what we want takes longer. Usually does come though. You find a way. But the point is not to try and stop negative thinking. Trying to go at it so head on often results in you just feeling worse. Here's something that people may have tried. If you've done this work before, then you know that sometimes you'll be feeling bad and you know you can feel better by changing your thoughts. So you change your thoughts to something that normally gets you feeling good, but you just can't feel it. You just can't feel it. And you feel worse. You feel worse because you can't feel it. You feel worse because you're focusing on the negative feeling, not the positive feeling. So in this case, sometimes it's better to just feel a little bit better. Feel a little bit better. It doesn't matter if you're still in the lower ranges and you're still feeling, say, frustration. It's a little bit better than feeling angry. Okay? Which is a little bit better than feeling powerless. Then when you get to boredom, boredom's a far cry from depression. You don't feel bad, but you're just like, meh. Then you get to optimism, you go up through hope and belief, and then you get to the knowing, you get to the clarity, and things feel great. And then you have a thought and get stuck back where you were before. It happens. But when you get confident enough that you can climb that vibrational ladder that I just described, and you know how to do it, and you can do it anytime you want, and you're getting better at it all the time, you don't fear being at the bottom of the stairs anymore. You don't fear being down at the bottom. It's not a bad thing because you get to the top again. So basically what I'm wanting to put across is, don't go in with an attitude of, I'm going to stop my negative thoughts. Go in with an attitude of, I'm going to look for more positive thoughts. And what's going to kick you off at first, because if you're not used to thinking in a purposeful way, you're not used to being in control of your vibration, it's something that needs to become a habit. So the first thing that's going to happen is you'll notice the negative thoughts. I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start changing my thoughts. So the negative thoughts will start to be replaced with the positive thoughts much more often. Just because you're noticing the negative thoughts, you're not getting down on yourself. Don't do that. When you have to change your trajectory in incremental amounts, don't get down on yourself because you haven't made the complete turn. It will happen. Just keep going. This is the thing that you most need to remember. When you feel a little bit better than before, pat yourself on the back, feel good about it, and keep going. All right. So basically, that's how to stop thinking negatively. It'll take you a little while, but the payoff is huge because even just an incremental change will then turn things into a better feeling. And it's better to be in a better place than you were before than to stay in the same place that you were before if you don't like it. If you do like it, stay there. Keep doing what you're doing. But don't give up. So I hope this information has been helpful to you, and I'll see you next time.